Tell me, when did you first fall in love with research?
You know, I've been a nerd my whole life, but before my seventh grade summer working in this program called Forum to Advance Minorities in Engineering, dug into a project about birth defects, and I realized there was so much still to be learned and so many questions we don't have the answers to. 20, 30 years later, here I am.
I fell in love with research as a senior in college. I had these research questions in my brain that just would not go away. Nothing would satisfy my desire to answer these questions and to discover more questions like these. I had a conversation with a mentor's mentor, and I discovered that research was for me.
When I realized that it was a method of exploring all of the things that I wondered in life and all the questions that I had, it's a way of executing that and verifying or even validating some of those questions.
I fell in love with research while working on a summer research project at Ford Motor Company.
I fell in love with research when I realized that the things I was curious about were things people actually spend time studying, how people learn, what are the best ways to ensure someone learns something, and how do you use their prior knowledge and experiences to actually teach them to make connections with what you want them to learn.
I really started to love research when I was in graduate school. At the time, for my PhD research, I was working on a new type of fuel cell, and it took about 2 years to get the thing working. But I remember the night it happened, I started getting data on this fuel cell around 2 o'clock in the morning. And at that moment, I remember thinking, I am the only person in the world that knows this silly thing works. And that was pretty thrilling. Now, mind you, I was also probably the only person in the world that was awake, but that's beside the point. I was really hooked on the process of discovery from that moment.
I fell in love with research when I realized that research is how I can share my voice, my understanding, my perspective. And I can do this to provide context, to inform, or to be tested. When I realized this, I fell in love with research.
I fell in love with research when I was an undergraduate student doing undergraduate research in civil engineering materials. I realized to get the expected product that I wanted, I needed to mix things in an exact manner. And at some point it dawned on me that it was a lot like baking, which is something else that I love.